Hi, I'm Stevie, and today we're talking about how to control your emotions. What emotions? That's a trick question because you can't control your emotions. Can you repeat that? I'm just gonna get my ex on the phone real quick. But you can control the way that you treat people. How you treat people is an emotion. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. I'm the teacher. Well, I do love to learn. Go ahead. So emotions are literally triggered in your physical brain. So if you feel the rage or the fear or the sadness or whatever building up, you can't just make it go away. So once you feel that emotion, it then changes into something you can do about it, your actions. It's cute that you think that. And how you interpret and deal with those emotions is different for everyone. I always recommend taking a minute to feel what you're feeling and process what you're feeling before you talk to someone about it.
Where are you? I'm in a glass case of emotion.
For instance, maybe you need to write down all your rage feelings before you take it out on someone. There are plenty of things you can do that don't necessarily control if you are having emotions, but they help you feel in control of how you react to them and how you communicate them. Ooh, I think I'm already doing this. If I'm mad, I block you and we never talk again. That's not quite. So I'm gonna do what I want and I don't care what you think. Block. Okay, both of you did that wrong. What? Okay, let's do it again, but this time, talk about your feelings. So anyway, I feel like I'm gonna do what I want and I don't care what you think. I feel like blocking you. Oh my God, no. What? Whose idea was it to do this video with air signs? Dan's idea. First of all, blocking someone is not an emotion. Since when? Okay, here's what you do. Talk about the feeling. You don't brush someone's feelings aside and you don't neglect them. Explain to them that you're having feelings, even if you can't pinpoint it. And then let them know what would feel best in the moment. Communicate that you might need to take a minute to nail down what is causing it or how you feel, or communicate that you are hurt and this is what would make you feel better. Or maybe you don't even know what would make you feel better, but if you just keep it inside and never tell them, how are they supposed to even know what to do or that something is wrong, and then you spiral and it's a whole thing. Are the morals of all of my videos just talk to each other? Cause I'm sensing a theme. Okay guys, try again. Okay, so you hurt my feelings yesterday and it's making me want to go off and be wild without considering you, which I know isn't very nice. So I'd rather talk to you about it. You hurt my feelings too, and I'm cool to talk about it, but I need a little bit of space and time to figure out what it is that I want to say. Oh my God, you guys, aw, that was so perfect. Something else I love to think about, talk about, and implement in my everyday life is called emotional libertarianism, which is kind of like a belief that everyone is responsible for their own emotional responses to things, and that one person's behavior is never the cause of another person's emotion. But if someone pisses me off, it's their fault for pissing me off. So if you're someone that thinks that someone can make you feel a certain way, or that it's your partner's job to get rid of a negative emotion that they may have, that they consider to be negative, for instance, me giving you advice to talk to each other might have so much pressure built up on top of it, right? And then it makes it sound scary. I've found in my personal relationships and giving this advice about emotional libertarianism to people has really helped so many get rid of that weird emotional power imbalance, right? And there's this pressure, especially if one person struggles more with emotions or just feels like more of an emotional person or possibly has mental health stuff. There can be so many power imbalances there. And then when each person is responsible for their own emotions, it removes the pressure. Having a talk about feeling things with your partner shouldn't always feel like an attack. So I technically get what you're saying, but I almost always feel attacked. No one should feel ashamed of their emotions. No one should feel like they have to hide their emotions. No one should feel like they're doing something bad for having feelings. Or any of that other weird shit people project in primetime sitcoms. Why does every sitcom have an unhealthy relationship? I'm so confused.
We were on a break.
I guess we need the drama, you know? We're gonna feel millions of emotions in our lifetime, so we have to learn how to communicate them. And the best way to do that is to practice. Thank you to this video's sponsor, BetterHelp. I talk about them a lot because I really enjoy their services. I know there's some controversy about it, and reading into it and watching it was really confusing for me. And I checked into it, and all of BetterHelp's therapists are licensed by their state's boards. And if a therapist f***ed up, then their state's board would take away their license, and then they wouldn't be able to be a therapist on BetterHelp. It's so amazing to have access to such a large range of types of therapy and to be able to filter them out yourself. Like I can literally find a therapist that is a woman and understands my experience as a lesbian. And especially if you don't live near a place where you can find a licensed therapist that is open to polyamory or queer stuff or whatever specifically you're looking for. It's an incredible resource if you live in the middle of nowhere or in places where, you know, being queer is criminal. And it's more affordable than any real life therapy I've been to, so like, they also offer financial aid. You can talk via message, video chat, desktop, or mobile, which honestly for me, I don't know y'all, I don't wanna like walk into someone's actual ass physical place and sit down in front of them on a couch and then tell them my feelings. Like, I know that's probably like good for you or whatever, and if you do that, awesome. I just really don't wanna leave my house. I don't wanna leave this comfy couch ever. You know what I mean? They assign someone to you within like 24 hours or something, and if you decide you don't like them, you just click fire. It's pretty great. I've already fired a few therapists on there, which is one of my favorite things. Anyway, that's why I like BetterHelp. That's why I use BetterHelp. I love you guys so much. Good luck controlling your emotions. And thanks for being my patrons, my lovelies. It really helps me be able to make these videos in the midst of mass demonetization of queer content on YouTube.com. So if you wanna help me keep making these videos, check out Patreon in the description. I'm gonna do a live Q&A in the comments section on Patreon, just cause I want to. That'll be next week. Okay, I love you guys. Have a good one. Bye.